Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This story was sent to me by a channel viewer. It's the story of how he was taken in by a romance scammer who gaslighted him. It isn't the usual story we have on this channel of someone pretending to be someone that they aren't. This person is real and my viewer actually met her. It's a cautionary tale if you use dating sites. My viewer started by saying this is my story and only my opinions. I was on the internet one day and an advert came up. I thought it was another dating site. I'd been on a few, but to me they just want money. They're no better than scammers. So this ad pops up. I thought I'll have a look. Being curious, I ended up on a site called Chatterbait Cam Girls. I had no idea what a cam girl was until I hit the button to enter the site, which, at this point I would say, was very, very easy. A 2-year-old could do it, and there were many women there. One called me in. I started chatting. She wasn't doing anything much, seemed more on a beach. We got chatting. I said, "Why did you call me in for a chat?" She said when we spoke, I did not treat her like the others. Anyway, she's a beautiful woman, and although her room says she's 25, she's actually 32. Still very young for me, but there's a lot of women nowadays that like older men. I wasn't looking for anything much, just chatting, so the relationship started. She was saying all the right things. We started chatting on Telegram, which I like the platform they have. I used to talk to her all the way home. She used to take little videos and pictures showing me what Medellin was like. This is where she lived. This was very interesting. So this went on for a couple of months. Now, through this, you'll read the trigger points that I missed. She would say that I was handsome for an older man, how she would like to meet me. The weeks went on and we talked about everything. She has 2 children. She gave me a story that her partner one day just came home, told her he did not love her anymore and he did not want anything to do with his children. Now her family are poor. She says so poor, I mean poor. She apparently was devastated. I could understand why she took a job, as many do in Colombia due to low pay, but cam girls can earn much more. So this was the line she went down. Anyway, weeks went on, we started saying about getting married in Colombia, and she wanted to travel home with her husband. I was going to visit her and stay at her parents' home, which I'm being told is very humble. I said I don't care what it is, I'm honoured that they would invite me. The other reason for travelling to Medellin was that she had not flown. I thought, I can't let her travel when she's never travelled anywhere, so I bought the tickets. But I asked her again, "You're coming to England?" because these tickets are expensive, just over £2,000 each return. "Yes," she said. So I buy the tickets and fly. She's waiting at the airport. We sit and have a coffee, and I ask her to marry me. She says yes, and I put a ring on her finger. I have the other with me, but turns out we can't get married because I need papers. I did say this to her, but by the time I travelled, it was impossible to get them. I stayed at the home in the hills, and it was very humble, but the scenery was breathtaking. I still love it today, but will never go back, although her parents say that I am welcome. 4th day, I wake up, she comes in and says, "You're in danger here, you have to go back." So I get dressed. Now, we've all heard about Colombia and the drugs and guns hold-ups. I thought I was in danger, so I did no more and did as I was asked. I had to pay a single fare again, so more money. All in all, this trip cost me a fortune. I got back home, still thinking about what happened. We started talking again when she got back to the city of Medellin. No signal at the farm. She had changed. Suddenly, everything was my fault. I was lying. I didn't remember what I was saying. I was totally confused. I thought, this is mad. Nothing makes any sense. I spoke to a friend, a younger woman I had just started talking to. She stopped me and said, "She's gaslighting you." I'm like, what? What the hell is gaslighting? So I pulled it up, and it was absolutely what she was doing. She was abusing my mind. We kept talking and breaking for another few months. I thought, this is crazy. She's like two people. And that's when schizophrenic came into mind. She was two different people. Lots went on that I've not said here, because I'd be here all week. But she cried, saying she couldn't pay the bill, etc., etc. So Muggins here paid them. All in all, she wasted and got out of me roughly £12,000. I could not believe how stupid I was, but she's very clever in the things she says and went after everything. I'm sitting here with no rings, thousands out of pocket. The police do not care, because this happens all the time in Colombia. It's a common day-to-day crime, but they expect Brits to want to go on holiday to these cities. Solicitors do not want to know, because they know they can't do anything, so crimes in Colombia keep on growing. Now, before everyone starts answering me, yes, I've been stupid. No, I was not aware of all this trouble. I know this does not apply to every woman in Colombia. There are plenty of very good people, but like everywhere else, I'm afraid everyone gets cast with the same name. So to finish, I want sites that can to carry this information and share pictures so we can warn everyone else. But if you put a picture, you have to have evidence of this crime, and I have plenty. And this is me interrupting. I've decided not to show the lady's photo. I think the story speaks for itself. Personally, the way this evil woman has treated me since this, and won't even send my rings back, as her brother says she's sold them. And yes, I have been talking to her family, and they're in a quandary what to do with her. They say she's a prolific liar. She lies about everything. They did not know what her job was, so she's been lying for years. They say she just squanders money. She needs lots of money. I also was told the other children in her family do not like her and don't want to ever be left with her, because they say she's a bad mother, and I agree. She's all about herself, no one else. We had a row one day, and she said I only live and get up in the morning to come to Chatterbait. To say I was stunned, I said, "Surely, Anna, the reason you get up in the morning is because of your children." She changed her story. She also dressed her 10-year-old daughter up like an adult, her mini-me. I reported her to TikTok, and they upheld my report and took the pictures down. This is how stupid she is. I said to her, "Do you know how many children go missing in the last 10 years from Colombia?" Of course, she had no idea. I said, "Over 19,000, and that's a lot. Yet you put your town on your bio in Chatterbait, so they know you live in Medellin, but also know the studio. I could only find one." I said, "They just have to wait for you, follow you home, and they know where your children are." Talk about a bloody stupid woman. This is what she's like. She only ever thinks about herself. She's selfish, arrogant, and obnoxious, and not fit to be in charge of children. I consider myself very lucky not to have married this child of a woman. Yes, I've lost a lot of money, but I think I have at least told her family exactly who she is, and she needs help from a psychiatrist to sort these two people out. As I say, there's a lot more to this story, but I think you get the picture. I'd like to thank my viewer for telling their story, which I think is a cautionary tale for anyone that finds themselves on a dating website or interacting with someone via a webcam on a paid site.